Why are there not more people talking about Ukraine's vast lithium reserves? Friends, last week, former President Donald Trump did what Donald Trump does best. He made a shocking and wildly inappropriate demand that stunned many. This time, his target was the war-torn nation of Ukraine. Trump, in a move that can only be described as Mafia Imperialism, demanded $500 billion worth of Ukrainian minerals in exchange for US military aid. That's right, folks, he wants half their goddamn country. He sent his trusty sidekick, former Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, to deliver the outrageous message. Bessent, looking like a used car salesman who just found religion, claimed it was simply fair compensation for America's so-called generosity. Now let's be clear, the US has provided significant military aid to Ukraine, but $500 billion? That's more than the entire GDP of most countries. It's like your buddy crashing on your couch for a few weeks and then demanding you sign over half your house as rent. Trump seems to think international relations are like a game of Monopoly, where you can just bankrupt your opponents and seize their assets. But here's the thing, Ukraine isn't buying it, and neither are most experts. They're calling Trump's bluff for what it is, a blatant attempt to exploit a nation in crisis for personal gain. It's like trying to haggle for a discount at a funeral. You just don't do it, it's simply not done. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, a man who's seen more chaos in the past year than Trump has in his entire life, responded with a firm nayet, a resounding no. He pointed out that the US had provided $69.2 billion in military aid, a far cry from Trump's absurd demand for more. Zelensky, who's basically the anti-Trump when it comes to diplomacy, stated that he wouldn't sell Ukraine away, no matter what. He's open to discussing resource sharing, but only after ironclad security guarantees are in place. Basically, he's saying, help us stop Putin from turning our country into a parking lot, and then we can talk business. And who can blame him for that? Ukraine is sitting on a potential gold mine, but they're also staring down the barrel of a Russian bear. They need security before they can even think about digging up their backyard. It's like trying to negotiate a property line while a pack of wolves is circling your house. You deal with the immediate threat first, then you worry about who gets the extra few feet of lawn. Unsurprisingly, Trump's ultimatum has been met with widespread condemnation. Mafia imperialism is how one expert described it, while others called it a colonial agreement. Ukrainians themselves are outraged. Tetiana Slivenko, a resident of Lyodian, where a massive lithium deposit is located, summed it up perfectly. How are we supposed to rebuild our lives if the US takes away our economic future? See, this isn't just about minerals, it's about dignity. Ukrainians are fighting for their right to exist, to rebuild, to have a future. And Trump, with his trademark lack of grace and tact, is treating them like a distressed asset to be bought on the cheap. It's the kind of move that makes you wonder if he learned diplomacy from a mobster movie marathon. Lyodian, a town in central Ukraine, sits atop one of the largest lithium deposits in Europe, a resource that has become increasingly valuable in today's world. Lithium, as we all know, is the magic ingredient in batteries that power everything from iPhones to Teslas, making it indispensable. It's the key to a greener future, and Ukraine could be a major player in that market, potentially transforming its economy. But here's the kicker, the people of Lyodian, while eager to see their town prosper, are adamant that it should be on their terms, not Trump's. They understand the value of their resources, and they're willing to work with international partners who respect their conditions. But they also know they hold a strong hand in negotiations. The world needs lithium, and Ukraine needs security and fair compensation for its valuable resources. It's a delicate balance, and Trump, with his bull-in-a-china shop approach, is the last person who should be anywhere near it. If you made it to the end of this video, please consider tapping the like button, clicking subscribe, and toggling that notification button. Don't forget to leave us a comment, and thank you. Until next time.